Christian Cage vs. Jack Perry is one hell of a story. We had a casino battle royal to crown a #1 contender for AEW World Championship. Last 5 participants in the battle royal were Jungle Boy, Matt Hardy, Private Party, and Christian Cage. If you remember that time period where Matt Hardy was a leech stuck on the backs of a young tag team called Private Party, promising them the world while actually just cashing in on their success. Point I'm making is that in the casino battle royal, after Private Party were eliminated, Matt Hardy offered Christian Cage to team up against Jungle Boy. And what happened was Christian Cage eliminated Matt Hardy, just to get eliminated by Jungle Boy in the end. Now, we know where it all began. As explained by Christian Cage himself, he felt that Jungle Boy, by taking that win away from him, cost a good paycheck. After all, winner got a chance at AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Jungle Boy, with all the momentum, went against Kenny Omega, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. As good as Jungle Boy was, he couldn't beat the Kenny Omega. After such a hard loss, Christian Cage decided to cheer up Jungle Boy. Christian took Jungle Boy under his wing, basically becoming a third member of Jurassic Express. Of course, there was already a third member, Marco Stunt, but now, after such a veteran has joined, there was no place for Marco, who slowly disappeared from the trio. Christian, a veteran, gets eliminated in Casino Battle Royal. His ego starts his vendetta against Jungle Boy. Christian got too old to milk his own in-ring talent. He thought it's time to cash in on the young talent. It was clear to me how Christian pushed out Marco Stunt from the trio, as he was just a distraction to their goal. To make the most out of Jack Perry, Christian wanted to keep him winning, tried to teach him how Jungle Boy needs to be a killer to stay on top. One good example of a violent teachings would come in a match against Adam Cole and Young Bucks, a violent 3 vs 3 no-holds-barred match. Christian Cage and Jurassic Express won after Jungle Boy was handed a chair to hit a concerto on Matt Jackson, a violent move which Christian Cage insisted. Jurassic Express wins the Tag Team Championship after dethroning Lucha Brothers. Jurassic Express had a pretty long championship run. We defended the belts 8 times against teams like The Factory, Dark Order, Private Party, Gun Club, The Acclaimed, Red Dragon. Christian wanted to push Jurassic Express to its limits by offering 3-way tag matches, which is when you face 2 different teams in the same match. Express managed to win against Red Dragon and Young Bucks. Then again, Christian offered to book another 3-way tag match against teams of Swerve in Our Glory and Team Taz. It's hard to say why would Christian choose to make the road harder for Jurassic Express. Maybe he wanted to grind them into a really tough tag team. Or maybe he was getting tired of seeing Jungle Boy win all the time. The original plan seemed like Christian just wanted to leech the success from Jurassic Express, get some cash from it. After all, he was owed that money, because Jack Perry eliminated him in that Casino Battle Royal. But then again, he was eliminated fair. That is the rule of a match, it's competitive. Christian is an egomaniac. He acted like a father figure to Jungle Boy, because he wanted to get money from his success, but money wasn't the only thing he desired. He wanted revenge for hurting his ego. After another booked match by Christian, Jurassic Express had to defend their titles against Young Bucks. This was the moment where Jurassic Express couldn't keep up anymore. So many title defenses one after another against top-tier competition. Young Bucks managed to beat Jurassic Express, and Jurassic Express lost their tag team championships. Christian had a personal hatred towards Jungle Boy. He couldn't just take the money, he wanted more. The satisfaction of proving Jungle Boy Jack Perry of how inexperienced he was. Show where Christian Cage was better than him, just to fill his own ego. Christian assaulted Jack Perry using one of the most violent moves, Concerto, and all of that right in front of Jungle Boy's mother and sister, showing his own true colors. Later on, Christian explained how he used Jack Perry, how he acted like Jack's father figure, how he even saw Jack's mother starting to show affection towards him. In the end, he explained he just leached out the money Jack took away from him, and that he's not Jack's father because Jack's father is dead.
I never wanted to be your father. I never wanted to be your father figure. You have a father, but your father's dead.
Christian wanted nothing to do with Jungle Boy Jack Perry, but he knew Jack will come back and go after him. After all, this was personal, so he figured of a way to protect himself from Jack. Jurassic Express made of Jungle Boy Jack Perry and Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus was a close friend of Jungle Jack Perry, to the point the whole team of Jurassic Express was born. A boy and his dinosaur, really good idea for a babyface tag team. The young boy carried by this big mute monster. As good as this tag team was, as with most tag teams, one side will always shine more than other. Luchasaurus was really talented, but he spoke less to keep being more intimidating. Thus, when it comes to promos, it's Jungle Boy Jack Perry talking. When it comes to big matches, it's Jungle Boy Jack Perry who's getting all the opportunities. It's fair. Jack Perry earned all the opportunities, but we can see how Luchasaurus is being left in the shadow of his young kid. Knowing Jungle Boy Jack Perry is the son of celebrity Luke Perry, now we think of more reasons why would Jungle Boy get more opportunities. It doesn't have to be true, but there is an idea floating. So, Christian took an opportunity to make Luchasaurus evoke his jealousy. Christian promised the world to Luchasaurus, but in return Luchasaurus had to get rid of a dead weight. Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy Jack Perry goes a long way, but this is where Luchasaurus choose success over friendship. Maybe Luchasaurus saw the potential of Christian by his side. After all, Christian was with Jurassic Express when they won the tag team championships. It was Jack Perry who lost the tag team titles for their team. Christian even mentioned seeing Luchasaurus like his own son. At this point there are a ton of details why Luchasaurus would choose to betray Jack Perry. All Out 2022. Christian vs Jungle Boy. Before the match, Luchasaurus attacked Jungle Boy and showed his true colors, betraying his friend in such a brutal fashion. Christian won the match, as Jungle Boy Jack Perry was in no condition to wrestle. He tried, but there was no way he could get a fair fight. And now Christian, standing tall with his plan of revenge, a success. But of course, Jungle Jack Perry would not let this go. Anytime Jack Perry came close to Christian, there he was, Luchasaurus towering over him, throwing him to walls, off the stage, through the table. Jack Perry's attention switched from Christian, who he saw as a carny has-been, to his old friend, Luchasaurus. Jack Perry wanted to beat the shit out of Luchasaurus for betraying him at the time when he needed most support. The match was set. A steel cage covered the ring so this leech Christian wouldn't be able to get involved in this private matter. It had to be two former friends having this physical therapy session, Luchasaurus vs Jungle Boy in a steel cage match. This might be my favorite AEW singles match. Jack Perry proving Luchasaurus that his success is not just because he had a famous father, proving that he wasn't the dead weight, and that Luchasaurus made a huge mistake by choosing the side of Christian. They had a good thing going. If Luchasaurus just had told Jack Perry how he felt, this would have been very different. After that awesome match, Jungle Boy came out victorious and ended his Jurassic Express chapter. Well, at least he thought so. He even made a promise of winning a singles championship. The thing is, Christian sitting at home watching TV, seeing Jack Perry talking about winning, that did not felt right for his ego. Christian couldn't let Jack Perry go on his own way and find success. Now that would really hurt Christian's ego. It's going to be Christian who wins the gold, because he's better than Jungle Boy. He's more experienced than this kid. That kid, who cost him the championship match and then lost the match himself? Christian came back just to prove to Jungle Boy that this industry is no place for kids like him. He's too soft. In the end, it's all just Christian having ego problems and wanting to say the last word. Even when Jack Perry moved on from him, Christian still had to come out and start shit again. Christian announced that Jungle Boy will win the AEW Gold only over his dead body. Christian is willing to defend his own ego to the last drop of blood. So now, in AEW Revolution 2023, Christian Cage vs Jack Perry is set. So, we saw Jack Perry digging a grave, which could be a callback to what Christian mentioned, that Jungle Boy will win over his dead body. It could be a callback to Jack Perry burying his naive youth, the one that trusted the likes of Christian Cage and Luchasaurus. He could be burying his search for that father figure. In a way, he could be burying Jungle Boy. Christian Cage vs Jack Jungle Boy Perry could be a culmination to the story which have been around since 2021, Double or Nothing. A story of obsession about being right, a story of growing up and learning from pain. Obsessed with his ego, Christian leeching on young talent just to prove himself right. By doing so, breaking a close friendship and actually giving a pretty good lesson to a naive person by trial and error. The story can go on as long as characters show growth and stay consistent to themselves. I've been enjoying AEW from the start, and I love how they took influence from New Japan Pro Wrestling storytelling and applied it to American TV, which has faster pace. As long as wrestlers themselves work on their own character, AEW will continue giving us complex stories. I can't believe how many great stories we already have in AEW. It's not easy to spot them if you get distracted by predictions, ratings, backstage drama. But if you watch it as you watch any good TV show, you can enjoy seeing characters grow and go after their goals. It is hard to keep consistent characters in pro wrestling. Of course, good things don't come easy. Any good story needs time to develop. Jack Perry going to bury Christian in a hole together with his own naive view of Jungle Boy, together with a past that comes with that persona, Jurassic Express. It's a great storytelling. Of course, it was obvious that Christian is gonna turn heel, but the journey provided with so much small details made the story complex and really interesting. Alright, that's enough for this video. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.